Hi, I'm Aiden.
And I'm Tyler.
And this is Podcast Minute Talk Show.
Dun, 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 dun.
You know, they have an actual intro that plays, right?
Well, yeah, I know. I just wanted to kind of give my own take on the classic that we've been playing for so long. I mean, it's good to spice it up a little bit, give a little variety from the original tone.
So if you're listening, not to interrupt you, Tyler, but, you know, just wanted to address this early on. And you've been an avid Podcast Minute Talk Show listener, and you're like, hey, where's Sean at? Well, first of all, for some reason, Tyler wasn't around the first few episodes, but he's going to be an avid member of Podcast Minute Talk Show.
That was a really good one.
Additionally, Tyler is here and Sean is not. Also because Sean is sick. Little baby. Too sick to make it. Too sick to film on Thursday.
I gotta go to the bathroom and throw up real quick.
I can't even answer calls. I can't even answer when Tyler and Aiden call. I can't even say that I'm not coming. I just don't show up on Thursday when we film together on Thursday.
I hate my friends. I hate
my friends. Oh, that's what Sean's like.
Idiot.
Because for some reason, he's too sick. And so everyone in the comments, if you're, watching this on YouTube and not just listening, if you could just write like, wow, Sean, you really let us down or something like that.
Call him out.
Because he reads them because he really likes the podcast and he likes to see positive stuff. So if you guys could write negative stuff about him, good stuff about the podcast, another great episode. Wow, way better than with Sean.
Well done, Aiden and Tyler. Excellent job.
Always.
Don't bring that third fool on.
Yeah, stuff honestly, like that.
He's slacking. He's missing the chance to hang out with his good friends and also just, put out great content.
But it's okay because we have our weatherman Tyler here who never really tells the weather.
That's
In fact,
right.
I don't think he's told the weather one time on 1 Minute Talk Show in the last year, I feel like.
Oh, okay. I was going to say for like total, a couple. I'd say at least like 4 times.
Four times. I think so. I think from...
In my whole career, yeah.
Oh, in your whole career, you've told the weather. I mean, we used to do weather episodes. We stopped doing them. For the most part. We did them a couple times.
Yeah, but I feel like by literally the second one that I featured in, it just immediately went to me claiming I was immortal. And then that was like the end of the weather portions,
I mean, listen. The first year of 1MTS was only on Instagram.
Hey, hear me. I'm not saying it was a bad idea. I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I just, I haven't really contributed that much to my job as the weatherman.
So, as many of you know, if you've listened to past episodes, normally we shoot 1 Minute Talk Show in New York City. But since the coronavirus happened, we have not been to New York in 6 weeks. And we've been filming the podcast from my room at my parents' house. And also, I miss New York. I miss
Dollar Pizza.
And I miss the crazy crackheads that exist in Chelsea, Manhattan, where we shoot our show, because there was just almost like an emotional connection to a point to some of them, like the main characters though, like would always come back and do the same crackhead, like they had themes going, some of them, you know what I mean, Tyler?
Yeah.
Flute Guy is the one I'm talking about. He always hung out near where we shot, or right near our studio. Always hung out there, and his thing was, this is his usual thing, and you could probably look him up and off of this information alone and find him on Google, but he just gets naked and plays the flute. He doesn't know how to play the flute, but he'll play for hours. He'll try. You'd think after a while, eventually, I guess you would learn a few notes here and there, or like what sounds good, but he just plays almost like he's trying to be hard to hear, make you uncomfortable and make your ears hurt. He just starts playing notes.
But it's a beautiful display. I mean, you gotta give credit to him. Yeah, he's really out there putting the work in, and he's just, just trying to make that dollar for his family, maybe? I don't know.
I've seen him so many times now, and rarely, I've gotten annoyed a few times because sometimes we'll be playing so close to the studio that we, like, I've had this happen, Tyler, you weren't there, where it was just like I can hear him while I'm at my desk.
You like open the window because it's a little warm in the office?
And then you got it, yeah, because it'll get hot. And then we're like, why? But in the wintertime, I feel like things really started to get, I don't know, like you guys really started to become accommodated with Flute Guy because I was really happy because you put him on your story. He was like standing there screaming. And then like me and Sean got into New York like 30 minutes later and we put, I went up to you. I was like, yo, look, I got this picture. Flute Guy had a guitar and like he didn't have a guitar in your video. And you with full genuine amazement were like, no fucking way. He really today? When the fuck did he get a guitar?
It was absurd. I walked by him and I swear to God he didn't have any other instrument with him. It was just the flute and he was playing again. I was like,
he had the flute in his pocket. When we saw him, he had the flute in his pocket. He had a guitar out and he was singing and playing.
Come from,
he was singing like, yeah, I don't know, but he was just singing like, he was strumming, not chords, just strumming horribleness. And he was pretty sure he was streaming about like dying and sex.
Oh, speaking of that, remember the time where we went to Times Square because we had to film another bit for I don't
the
remember.
Eminem Kyle video.
Yeah. But was it on the way back?
He was just singing "sex with ladies" or something like "sex with girls." I have sex with girls. I love
having sex with girls.
Just over and over again.
Over and over on the street, and we weren't like 100% sure that it was him from far away, but when we got closer, like he was bundled up a little bit and we couldn't tell from the curvature of his body because he had that big overcoat on and he's normally naked, but when we got close we saw his face. It was definitely fucking him.
My theory, or not theory, what I want to do is basically like my wish is that I could like make a bird that's like secretly like an android robot that just like watches and follows him for like 2 months and then just like gives me like a 20-minute highlight reel of like what he does when he's not doing the flute shit. And my theory is that like Tyler's too is that he has a family, a wife, 3 children, a super expensive house in like North Jersey. He takes the train home every day.
Yeah, the whole thing plays out.
He like comes home in a suit. Like he'll like basically like, yeah, he does his Flute Guy crackhead thing. He's fully naked. Then like he walks into an alleyway and like takes out a pile of clothes, puts on a suit with a briefcase, then goes like looks like a businessman, is cleaned up, walks, takes the train home, and then sees like his kids and his wife. And they all think he works at an office.
They think he's in like Wall Street and he's super rich and
but incredible. He's really just collects cash from the money people give him as they pass by.
But he manages to make so much because he stays on the street for so long that it equates to like a couple hours there at Wall Street.
Like what I want to know, like I guess it's just like it's like a different kind of insane at that point. Because his passion is screaming obscurities on playing the flute poorly and being a crazy person on the street.
But then
he's smart enough to disguise it, to hide it, to trick people. Like the family is like his like way to like have a place to stay and like his way of seeming normal. Does he even love them?
But then it brings up the question of who's the real flute guy? Is his flute playing persona in New York the real him that he hides from his wife and stuff? Or
is that like a persona of him?
Yeah, or is it more of like, I'm just doing this because it's funny, like because I can, because I want to, sort of like a chaotic.
We should interview Flute Guy this summer when we're back in, if he's in there.
If he survives through this.
Holy shit, you're right. If he's actually just a homeless dude or something.
Assuming that this theory of ours isn't true and he's just living on the streets like a normal homeless person.
There's a chance he could be dead because New York is the worst by a long shot place with coronavirus.
And it's not even
a homeless person.
It's not even like 100% that he would die from corona. It's like he could just die from anything, At
this point.
Yeah, like other homeless people just trying to steal his instrument.
People aren't out there giving him money.
Yeah.
Cheap food places aren't open, really. Most isn't open. You can't even get in somewhere without a face mask anymore.
I don't know. I feel like 7-Elevens or like, other small little chain convenience stores might like toss him a couple like breakfast sandwiches or something if they're still open.
Really? In New York City, you think they give a shit about a crackhead outside?
I mean, it's Flute Guy. He's made a reputation. I feel like any old 7-Eleven.
Yeah, but like for businesses, Flute Guy's made a reputation for me and you as a good thing because we pass him and laugh. But for businesses, you're not going to go into a store when Flute Guy's out front of it naked screaming. So businesses probably do not like Flute Guy. He's bad for business. They probably always are like, dude, get out of here. And then he goes to another fucking place and stands until he gets yelled at.
Now, what if another way Flute Guy could start making money would be throughout most of his performances where he's got these instruments going on. Every once in a while, he stops playing and he says, "Go to 7-Eleven," or like, "Go to Wawa," and they like pay him some extra money. They give him sandwiches and shit to do that. And
That would
then
be
all
a
the people,
bad deal
no,
because
but all
Wawas are not in New York.
I thought there was one.
There's no Wawa in New York.
I swear to God, I'm thinking of Philly. I'm thinking
Philly,
of Philly.
there's everywhere.
Yeah. I rounded like one corner and I saw one time.
The like
in
huge
Philly.
one in City
No, it was
Hall.
kind of tiny.
There's like
but,
a really big
yeah.
one in the city, right in front of City Hall.
All right. Sorry for that complete.
You know, Philly has the biggest Five Below in the world.
Why? I think I was there. It's
Probably,
like
it's 2 floors.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Philadelphia, baby.
I went thrift shopping there once, and then on the way I saw this Five Below sign. I was like, all right, I'll go in. And it was fucking 2 stories, and it had like 2 escalators going up.
How
to
do they
the
have enough
top.
products? Every
I
other
don't
Five
know.
Below is one story.
They
Do they
had,
have to
like-
make more products specifically for Philly?
They had way more stuffed animals and shit, and there was like a whole like full clothes section. It wasn't just their shitty like $5 tees. You know what I'm talking about? Like the terrible graphic designs. They had like fleece sweaters and shit for like $5. I was like, damn, I'm kind of cold. It's winter at this time period.
Can you imagine being the CEO of Five Below and being like, our market in Philly is so fucking popular, we need to rent the floor above.
Oh my god, think of it. We could put a fucking escalator in and put all the tech shit up there. It'll be so tight.
Oh,
So many Bluetooth speakers that
my
are
deals.
terrible
Oh,
quality.
fuck. The deals. Just imagine. Oh, I'm fucking hard right now thinking of all the Five Below deals. Okay, sir, thank you. No, stay in. I want to tell you more about the deals. No, I'm uncomfortable as a secretary. I'm uncomfortable. And then he like pushes a button and the door like locks from behind.
Oh.
And he doesn't do anything to her, but it's like an uncomfortable discussion where he goes in depth on the deals.
The deals, Marty.
And then we'll open up a section called 10 Below, which they do now.
Yeah, they do. I don't like it at all.
It feels wrong,
I've seen-
but we do longer talk shows, so we're doing the same thing.
Right. But I mean, I feel like I've seen full 10 Below stores. Like I feel like I've seen a sign
You
for
have?
10 Below. Yeah.
I have not.
It's uncomfortable because I can understand if you're like, oh, okay, we're real Five Below, but then we got like the $10 section because you know you can only have so many items below
Under $5.
$5, right? But to see a sign that directly says 10 Below, it rubs me the wrong way.
You go
know
into
what I'm
Five
saying?
Below, yeah, I get what you're saying. You go into Five Below thinking you're gonna like save all this money, but then the thing is, you start seeing too many products that you normally wouldn't have gotten if they weren't like at a place like Five Below with cheap deals. And then each of like the things you get are like $5 each, and then you're walking out and have spent like $35, and like really you only needed like 2 things from there, and then you're like all the shit that's $1 and $2 you didn't even touch because
Yeah.
it wasn't even good, and so. But at the end of the day, Five Below, sometimes they got gems, dude. Like they'll have like a cool ass hat every once in a while, or
True,
like a
true.
dope T-shirt, or they'll have like sports
Glasses.
merch and shit.
Sunglasses and
Sunglasses,
stuff.
yeah. Five Below is pretty lit. They used to have like Game Boy games,
Oh, really?
like when the DS had games. Like they would have Game Boy games and shit.
I think the last time I went in there, they still had like 3DS games. The only one that they had was like Yokai Watch.
Well, the games that they would have are like. Do you remember this era of video games? For whatever reason, this was like very popular. They would just like be like, "All right, we have the Game Boy. We know," or Nickelodeon would be like, "We know Drake and Josh is super popular for people watching, so we'll make a shitty ass Drake and Josh
Yeah.
Game Boy game that we know will be shitty and we know won't be anything worth it, but maybe we'll sell a few copies." And like they'll just like produce this like shitty game that's really just like the Drake and Josh like it. I had it. I had this Drake and Josh game, but they used to do this with like every show. And like in the game, like they don't even try and do cool shit. Like you know, like the South Park video games where it's like them, but they're like in a video game basically, and it's like
Yeah.
all that. It was like, oh, we're late for school, and Megan booby trapped the school, and then there's like poisonous spikes you got to dodge, and Megan doesn't do that. In the
don't know.
show, she
I
doesn't
mean-
booby trap with poison that'll kill you.
I feel like
Drake doesn't go late to school and then like is like, oh, I got to get through booby traps. Like, why would Megan do? She does pranks. She doesn't like create levels to beat obstacles.
she sometimes booby traps some items. That was like part of her pranks, you know.
Not like in the video game where not when Drake just has to get to class and in a very concise, I don't know.
This is alternate timeline Megan from Drake and Josh, where she pretty much has the capabilities of Kevin McAllister from the Home Alone series. That kid, I hate him so much. I don't know how he has that much. How does he have that much preparedness for all this shit going on?
I guess I've never really thought. I guess it's more like when you're watching as a kid, you're like, yeah, we can do that. As a kid, you're like,
at no point when I watched that was I like, yeah, let me do that. Yeah,
like the power of a kid. The power of a kid, dude.
Okay.
Like you're thinking it, and like you can't, but like in the moment, you're like, oh shit, I could have done that. Like it's making you feel good.
I could have had the foresight to lube up the stairs to my basement, and then also put an electrical cable onto the sink faucet.
Yeah,
from
no.
An earlier trap where I dirtied the villain's hands.
No, if I had actually had to do that as a kid, I would not have had like the foresight or the prep. Yeah, you're right. Like I would have done some really shit fucking.
Cause like
I would have tried to do some of the shit, like you know when he like has like the fucking paint can on the string. That's the shit I would have tried to do and I wouldn't have been able to do.
Yeah.
And then like I wouldn't have thought about like lubing the stairs. I would have been like, all right, I'll put like a race car on the stairs and they'll trip and fall. Meanwhile, the real shit that you could be doing, right? Wait, does he do this? I was just thinking now, like if he just like covered the floor in like glass. But he does that, doesn't he?
I think he,
because there's a really painful scene where like
it's with Christmas ornaments. He puts like a bunch of Christmas ornaments on the ground, and like they're barefoot. It's for some reason they're just walking through it.
They have to.
Yeah.
Like the shoes get stuck because of hot
get
tar.
Stuck on the ground. Yeah, and they gotta take them off. It's awful.
It's like I remember it was hard to watch as a kid.
Oh my god.
And they couldn't open the door because he made the handle so hot
Yeah,
with like an iron.
A blowtorch.
Yeah, a blowtorch. That shit was smart. He wouldn't have been able to think of it.
It's cold and calculated, and honestly, if Kevin McAllister were like a real human being, obviously not like the actor's sake, because he's real. I mean, but I'm saying like if that character, Kevin McAllister, were real, he would be like a sociopath.
You know the Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal?
Yeah.
What's it from?
I have no idea.
Nothing.
What do you mean? Oh, it's not real, right?
Yeah. They made it like for the movie.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I remember hearing about this, but every time I hear that, it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like it's an original thing.
Bro, turn your mic a little bit, or is that like, is yours in the right position? I'm just thinking,
in the right position.
Oh, like you got like this part.
Hang on, because if I do it this way,
no, you're so far away, Tyler.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, like, hold on.
What are you saying to me?
Keep it like that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There you go, buddy. I just realized.
Jesus.
So, to switch the topics up, the XFL was filed for bankruptcy. Basically, what I was thinking about was, if you guys don't know, the XFL was a sports league. It was brand new. It was a spring football. Vince McMahon founded it, who runs the WWE. And it failed in 2001, and then it was actually working now, but then the coronavirus caused it to fail again because they obviously couldn't continue it, and the financial problems, because it was a startup league, were so bad that they're probably not coming back. But I'm thinking maybe we could buy it. So what I was thinking about doing was talking with you. Let's think of some strategies. How can we raise the money? How can we buy the XFL?
Okay. Shit. I mean, it's a pretty big deal at this point. I mean, well, it didn't have that much popularity starting off, at least with its first initial failure and then the secondary
2001.
Failure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
2001.
That's almost 20 years ago, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
that was because in 2001 they tried to like be like, we're better than the NFL.
Oh, fucking how? How could you say that? How do you make those claims?
Yeah,
as an executive?
Well, you know what's funny? I think it was called the USFL or something. It was a sports league that existed like when our parents were like, it was like I think in the 70s or 80s or something like that. And it was spring football, and it actually like worked because like what they did was like they had a lot of money, so they were able to sign like really good players, and so it was like the Philadelphia Stars could have beat the Philadelphia Eagles at that point because the Eagles sucked. Like it was like good players, and it existed in the spring, and it was working. And then Donald Trump was one of the people who like owned it, And for whatever reason, they were just like, yeah, we've had two good. It lasted for 3 years. They were like, we had two really good seasons. So now for season 3, we're moving our league to the fall. We're competing with the NFL.
Oh my god.
And then it completely crashed and burned, and they never again did they do it after that year. So Donald Trump killed the USFL or whatever.
Damn.
And why do people think they can compete with the NFL?
I mean, even putting it out there is kind of like threatening to the NFL. You know,
It just seems like obviously NFL has 100 years of like established like work put towards it. Why? What? Why are you? I don't know. But anyway, the XFL was working this time around. They had like good marketing and people were like watching. I went to the games in New York and they were fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So like it was just all these people, like thousands of people, and like in the stands, everyone was just acting like they were these diehard fans for years.
And you haven't like known any of these players. You
No,
don't know, like,
not really.
any-
I kind of did. I knew some of them from the AAF, right? So like, or like some people from college. So for example, me, Sean Lynn, our friend Sean, not Sean Kane, who hosts the show, but just another guy. Me and other Sean, I'll call him, so people don't get confused.
Sean too.
We and then this other guy in the stand, right? The opposing QB of the first game was Aaron Murray, who also played in the AAF on the Atlanta Legends, which sucked. And then, oh yeah, and so like, and we just kept going like, "Hey Murray, how was your time in the NFL? I'm guessing not good." And like saying like this guy Josh Johnson was playing like the next game we went to, and he got put on the Redskins. Like they signed him once they lost, like their 3 QBs got injured, and so they needed to like sign up. They didn't have any other QBs, like their backups got injured, so they signed Josh Johnson, and then he was really good in the XFL. But we're like, hey, how is playing on the Redskins? Oh, not well. Hey, Josh Johnson, I heard you have as many. It was like, hey, Josh Johnson, you have as many NFL wins as I do. 0. And but like literally, there was a point where during the first game, I think during the second too, but during the first game where somebody would have a beer like in our stands, like the few rows around us and shit, like literally going like 40 rows back, this could happen. And then some guy would start chanting, drink that beer. And then everyone would chant it, chug that beer until they chugged it. And this happens maybe 8 times.
Jesus
Just 8
Christ.
times. And then all of a sudden, like this dude, we're all like standing up and like some dude is like eating a sandwich. And some guy goes, eat that sandwich, eat. And then we start doing it like, and like the pretzel guy comes by and they start going, pretzel guy, pretzel guy. And we were at like right away, the first thing that happens in the game, it's the first weekend of this season entirely. And the opposing team is kicking. So the opposing team is kicking, and it was like number 3 from the Tampa Bay Vipers. And for whatever, we started cracking up because like someone behind us just screams, it's like quiet. Everyone's waiting for him to kick. Someone goes, hey, number 3, you stink. And like we just started losing our shit. He had not kicked or punted or anything before. And then it was our first like drive or whatever. And we are already on 3rd down. So if you're like confused about how football works, basically you have to like get over, if you watch it on TV, you have to get over the little yellow lines and in the most simplest way in 4 tries. And on the 4th try, you'll usually end up kicking it, because if you fuck up and they get the ball on your 4th try and you're close to your own end zone, then they can score on you super easily. So it's our 4th try, basically, which is a 4th down. And normally you don't go for it on the 4th down unless you're close or like you're desperate or something like that. And it's our first fucking drive, first game ever. We've never fucking, played before the New York Guardians. And they fuck up 3 times, so we don't move anywhere for the first 3 downs. And now it's 4th down, and some guy just screams like, Guardians always go for it on 4th down. And then we were all screaming to go for it, and then they fucking did. It was fucking awesome. But like it was basically like a lot of it was just people chanting, acting like they were huge fucking fans of the fucking New York Guardians, and it was really funny.
I would like to point out that for the past about 4 or 5 minutes, we've been talking about the Guardians and football rules, and we've strayed pretty far from our initial topic of
How do we buy
how
it?
do we buy the XFL?
All right, dude. Money making plan. How do you make money as easy as possible? Go, Tyler.
I was kind of formulating a little bit while you're going on about the football rules. I was thinking something along the lines of, like Girl Scout cookies. That's kind of basic. So we would need a new original treat because obviously we can't just have like our own version of Girl Scouts.
Man
Scouts?
Well, we can't call it Man Scouts, right?
Because
but I guess
we
if we
can't
were to
just
sell
pay
cookies, we could call it like cookies are kind of like our droplings. We could call it like man's droplings and market it to kids.
Man bits.
Man bits for kids. Put it in your mouth. And we could put it we could make it rainbow, like something like little kids would like. We're like for under 12, like you know how like
specifically.
Yeah, like you know when they would like market it that Dr. Pepper to men, we can market ours to kids.
What? Dr. Pepper for men?
Dr. Pepper 10 or something like that.
What?
Only 10 calories. It's for men or something like that. They made like ads like this is for men. This is men's drink.
Oh,
shit. It was like recently. It wasn't like 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of crazy. That they would do that.
What were you thinking though?
All right, it's kind of convoluted, but basically I have this idea where, all right, it gets kind of long and it spans over the course of 100 years, but it will lead me to being like the richest man alive. So basically...
But you just need enough money to purchase the XFL. You don't need to go beyond
No,
that.
Okay, so here's what happens, right? So basically, this is also one of us would have to be a scientist. So someone gets a scientist, right? And then we like have this lab... Our goal was to always we wanted to cure cancer, and then you figured out, holy shit, you figured out this way to where we can replicate cells to cure cancer. So you're like, we can replicate the healthy cells, like take out the cancer cells, and then we could like replicate it with good cells. And so we figured out we figured it out, but so far this is like between us, you know what I mean? Like in our lab with the scientists, Jimmy would be a scientist, for example. Our Jimmy is he's our friend, and we call him our intern, but he really isn't. And he's appeared in various 1MTSs if you look, but that's all you need to know. He's just kind of like a goober. So Jimmy would be a scientist too. We figure out how to replicate cells, and then I have this idea. I kind of do it secretly at first, and then I fill you guys in. But Jimmy's a weirdo, so he would probably jerk off every day in the bathroom.
Oh my God, you're doing Jimmy drink right now? Are you seriously getting into Jimmy drink right now?
Okay, yeah. So Tyler knows what Jimmy...
Oh my God.
Well, so basically, yeah, to fill you in, Tyler, I know it's been a while, you might not remember it, but so Jimmy jerks off in the bathroom, obviously. So I take his semen and I use the formula to replicate his own cells. It doesn't just replicate them, it makes cells stronger, which is important. That's how you can cure cancer. Like the healthy cells overpower the cancer cells. But because the sperm cells are stronger, they can find the egg no matter what opening in the body they go through.
Any orifice.
And they can survive any environment. So basically, we make these cells and we put them in, we market soda. We start a soda company and we put them in the soda. And that way, okay, so here's the other thing too. We also put crack in the soda so that people keep coming back and buying more soda, right? Because so we put crack in the soda and it's obviously super duper popular. We get lawsuits for the crack thing, but at this point, we'll eventually have enough money to pay it off, right? Because here's what happens next. Every girl that drank the soda and probably drank a lot of it because again the crack is now pregnant. Okay, not a lot of people want to have fucking babies when they don't even know how they got pregnant, fucking Virgin Mary style. So here's what we do too. We open a shit ton of abortion clinics, half-priced abortions, near every other abortion clinic. Why would anyone go to the more expensive ones when they can go to ours, right? So now all the other abortion clinics have to close. Once they're all closed, we are the only abortion clinic. We're like Disney, motherfucker, but above abortions.
For abortions.
So we jack up the fucking prices of abortions. Now they're 5 times as high, as they were initially before us. So if an abortion costs $600, we sold ours for $300. Now we're charging like $1,800 an abortion. You don't have any other option, bitch. You gotta pay because unfortunately there's no other abortion companies, right? So now we're making all this money. We basically have monopolized abortions. We have paid off. We have the number one soda, and we've paid off all the lawsuits, and we stopped putting crack in it. But it's too late. People keep getting pregnant. They don't know why. Here's the thing about the abortions. This is what everyone gets. You know, the manpower of what we're doing would require a lot of staff, and that would be expensive. Except we never, ever actually killed any of these fetuses. We put them in incubators on offshore prison camp islands where we grow these children to work for us as slave type children. They jerk off for us and put, you know, for the sodas. So they'll jerk off like all these times a day. And then they pretty much just do, like, we train the smart ones to work at the abortion clinics, and we just like have them work. We provide an $15 worth of nourishment per $10 worth of nourishment per person per day. So like basically the bare minimum amounts of food, sunlight, health that you would need to live, divide it by in half. You don't have a 100-year expectancy on the obviously on the prison camps. And so now we're not paying any workers either. Tell me that's not the biggest profit, not the smartest idea Jimmy drank. I also think it would be a good Black Mirror episode, so no one make a film about that idea. It's mine, and I just patented it right now.
So what you said at the beginning about it being really convoluted is definitely true. I would like to point that out.
On that front, it's also foolproof.
I mean, not really.
Name a flaw. I'd love to hear one.
What if Jimmy doesn't jerk off, so we can't get the semen necessary for this? Also, you just spoiled your like entire plan, and if anyone hears this podcast and they find out about a potential substance known as Jimmy Juice, they'll kind of be a little suspicious about it, I think. But you know, that's just me thinking out loud here.
Well, fuck.
What?
I guess we're just not going to be able to fucking do Jimmy drink. That sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, you know, in this situation where we do find the cure for cancer through this cell replication technology, we could just like, you know, what the fuck is going on? Do you hear that?
No. What do you hear?
Well, my ear was getting wonky.
Oh, you good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. As long as you're okay, man. That's all I care about.
Well, if we get that cell replication technology going on, you know, I mean, we could just sell that.
Dude, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Whatever you want. We don't want it. We don't need to invent the cell replication thing if we're not going to use it for Jimmy's drink.
But we could have it for like it's our Coke secret
No one even cares for the cure for cancer right now.
I mean,
all we care about is the cure for fucking coronavirus so I can get back to fucking work, bro.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not working from home. That shit sucks. You know, bro? Speaking of coronavirus, a lot of people are thinking 5G internet, stupid people are thinking it is causing the coronavirus. Well, we have our first guest of the podcast coming in right now.
Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, this is our first guest, and he actually has had 5G for a hot minute now. He had it a few months early. And, sir, how has it been?
Oh my God, it's so fucking fast. You aren't gonna fucking believe me, though. Because you got 4G, that shit's so slow.
Were there any negative side effects?
Not that I know of, no. Okay. I mean, I got this tingling sensation all along my skin, but, you know, I think that's just, like, maybe something else. I think I got a rash, maybe.
There's a lot of controversy that 5G causes radiation.
Nah, don't buy into that shit.
People obviously, if you're listening and you're not watching, you know, they don't know what you look like, but we do. Me in the room and Tyler.
Oh my God, it's horrifying.
And I guess, you know, how I'm walking around my wording. I'm not trying to be rude, but
Aiden, you don't got to be like
the skin deformities that you have. I mean, what's the best way to address this, Tyler?
It's Freddy Krueger-esque.
You look
it's
like Freddy
horrifying. Your
Krueger.
skin is peeling. It's putrid. I smell puss coming from a couple of orifices that have opened up on your arms and cheeks. Yeah, what about it?
You sent us a picture. Ugh. You sent us a picture, before you came on, like, of what you look like, and it's not this.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's a little old, the picture, but
It's 4 weeks old.
So
this is your skin is completely melted in the span of 4 weeks because you
putrid.
look normal in the picture. No, I guess I'm gonna say normal. Yeah, you look normal in the picture.
What are you saying to me?
You don't look normal now.
All right.
You look like you have horrible radiation. Like you look like you just came out of Chernobyl.
I've been trying to keep myself clean. It's probably some of the cleaning products, a little abrasive on the skin. I don't think it's the healthiest.
You don't think it's the 5G?
No, God no. Holy shit, dude. Even if it were doing this to my skin, it's so fucking fast. It's worth it.
Really?
Oh my God. I would give up my firstborn for internet like this, but I don't have to. And I wouldn't be able to anyway, because my doctors told me I'm impotent now. I don't know why.
They didn't tell you why?
They didn't.
Did they have any ideas why?
No, I punched him in the face after he told me.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want to think about that shit. It made me angry.
Well, that's your doctor, dude.
So I can get another one. I got a second opinion from my brother.
What did your brother say?
He said I'm A-okay.
Really? Did he see you?
Yeah.
So you're not concerned with the fact that you look...
He gave me the old physical, cut my balls. He said, "All right, you're good to go. Have sex, get some kids, bro. I need nieces and nephews."
So you're not concerned with the fact that you look horrifying?
Oh, I mean,
how are you even gonna have sex?
I haven't really looked in a mirror for a while. I don't really know what I look like.
Why haven't you looked in a mirror for a while?
I mean, social distancing and everything. I don't want to be like, I can't get it. I can get it from anybody, just about anyone.
Not your mirror self.
Man. That's not how it works.
Yeah, not your mirror self.
No, dude. Trust me. I don't want to get sick from nothing.
Well, I gotta say, it's been interesting having you on. I'm glad we got to learn more about 5G. Fortunately, we don't have time to continue this discussion, but do you have anything else that you would want to talk about on our little Rinky Dinky podcast?
All I'm saying is that I don't really like talking to you broke motherfuckers with 4G. It disgusts me. This internet's so slow in here. I can't really connect to anything because we're in this little box room. But the second I step outside, goddamn, I'm gonna get back to my house. I'm gonna jerk off. I'm gonna jerk off for hours, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Okay, cool.
You
Goodbye.
stupid I hate you.
Okay, dude.
I fucking hate you.
Goodbye. Thanks for coming on.
All right, bye. God, what a fucking freak.
I know. I kind of like them though.
I mean, yeah, he had some charming qualities.
Tyler, I got a question, man.
Yeah, what's up?
How do you see the world ending?
Shit, man. If this isn't the end of the world, 2012 was a little too much. I think maybe sun exploding would be cool. A big tidal wave coming up, maybe. Oh shit, no, dude. I want.
You think we'd know if the sun was going to explode, though?
Well, I mean, we still got a couple billion years. I'm just saying, but like.
That's just going to happen, though.
Well, yeah, I know that.
And like Earth is like what, 3 billion years old, 2.7 billion years.
Yeah, the sun's like 4.5, I think, maybe.
What do you think Earth would look like in another 2 billion years? I think the human race would go extinct by then.
I mean, hopefully, if we can get off planet, then we're probably set. But like, shit.
Like humans require such specific conditions to survive in.
We're not even gonna look the same at that point. With evolution and everything. Don't they say like you're gonna lose your toes at some point in the future? Like the whole bone is gonna be fused together and it's just gonna be like a flipper almost.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of features but don't we need our toes for balance?
Not really, no. They're not necessary for balance. And if you still just have like general flesh there, like you can still stand upright.
I guess so.
But most creatures only use it for like propulsion. and we don't really need that sort of shit unless you're like a runner. But like for survival, nah. But no, if I could see,
So for walking, for running, I mean,
not really.
exercise. That's what everyone does.
It's not like you flex individual toes, you know, to walk.
Yeah,
It's just kind of like one general structure.
you're right. It probably would be one big bone.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But if I were
It's ugly to me, but it probably would be like toes would probably be like way uglier to people who just have one toe. You know what I mean?
right,
Like you know how we look at pictures of like fucking Neanderthals and we're like, ooh.
I guess, but I mean, there's still like resemblance there.
I know, but like
It's
the
just like
features that they have,
It's
like
just
the
like a
fucking
larger forehead, you know. Slash back.
exactly. But they were probably like, yeah, we look fucking hot as shit.
Yeah, I mean,
To their like fucking brain's extent.
you could say that about anything, you know, like a fucking elephant.
British people, they think they look attractive. We know they're not. Their teeth are fucked up.
Oh God, their teeth are fucked up. They got pasty white skin.
They're like,
when's the last time they seen sunlight?
they're just surrounded by other British people, so they have no idea what's attractive.
Yeah.
They have no idea what attractiveness looks like. They just know what UK attractiveness is, which is low.
Boy, bro, I've set up my OnlyFans.
Right,
You can subscribe
right.
for just £20.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. I'll use my dollars to unsubscribe, motherfucker, because your teeth are whack and you need braces. That's one of the good things. Like, I'll admit, I mean, fucking braces, pretty useless.
What?
Other than like physical. I mean, other than like, not physical, aesthetically like pleasing, like kind of crooked teeth don't really make much of a difference in your life.
Yeah,
But
they do.
really, why?
Because sometimes your like jaw is misaligned because of the teeth.
For
And,
really
like,
bad teeth, dude. But they give braces to everybody, like in the America.
I didn't need braces.
I didn't need braces. Actually, they did want to put me on braces because I got, so my two teeth grew in like, because my canines, my baby canines never came out. And so when my adult ones came in, they grew in wrong. They like grew in like up, like above them. And then when they took out my baby ones, they're like, yeah, have you thought of braces? And I was like freshman in high school. So I was like, no, I'm not getting braces. I'm freaking 15 at this point. The braces are for 12-year-olds.
What the frick?
Fuck that. No, I was not going to get braces. And they were like, oh, well, you know, just think about it. And I was thinking, I said to them, why are my teeth not going to grow in? And they're like, probably not. And then they made like an appointment with an orthodontist, or they referred me to an orthodontist. I never went. And my teeth grew in fine, even though they were like adamant that it wouldn't. And so don't trust orthodontists. Fuck them.
Oh.
But at the same time, in reality, I was going to say that's one of those useless things that we do that are so much better than if we let everyone's teeth be fucked up.
Would you prefer everyone's teeth to be fucked
No,
up?
then we'd look like British people. I'm saying it's fucking awesome.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why they don't do that. They should.
Someone didn't tell them. Someone forgot to tell everyone in Britain, like, hey, we got this cool new thing. It can fix your teeth.
Every country, no way, bro.
Every country in the we're
just gonna go on the left side of the road actually instead.
There's a lot of countries in Europe that do that, though.
It's just the UK.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just the UK that does it. That's why it's so weird. Because the rest of Europe drives on the right. Everyone else drives on the right side. It's a better side. The only thing that makes me more livid is the Japanese having the steering wheel or the Chinese, I'm sorry, having the steering wheel on the right side of the car. Did the Japanese do that too?
In the UK,
oh, the
they
UK
have it
do
on
that
the
too.
right side, yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
What the why?
Because it's fucking weird.
If you drive on the left side, putting the driver's seat on the right side then fixes the problems that you would have.
It's fucking weird.
It's the exact same. It's just on the other side of the road.
I'm not disputing you. But it pisses me off.
Because you're wrong.
No, I'm not saying I'm wrong.
It's just being weird.
It still pisses me off whether or not there's
it's
a reason.
Bizarre. It's like a culture shock. Yeah,
it just sucks. It's stupid. It's stupid. That's why I fucking hate those people.
Oh, come on.
The Chinese. The UK.
Just the UK. Fuck those guys.
Gabby, for the people who are listening, all right, I'm going to use a fake name. My girlfriend,
girlfriend.
Snabby,
You said her real name
Uh,
like 2 seconds ago.
no, Gabby doesn't watch. She doesn't like most Black Mirror episodes because she doesn't like the accents.
Really?
Yeah, she won't.
That's the only reason?
Like she'll be like, no, I don't like watching. Yeah, she'll watch like a lot of the ones with like Americans and
What
stuff, but
the
she won't
fuck?
watch. She won't watch all of the episodes because she's like, no, I don't like the accents. She doesn't like British accents at
What?
all. I don't like Southern accents at all. I would not watch something because of a Southern accent.
What the fuck?
You like Southern accents? They piss me off.
No, I'm not saying.
They sound stupid.
They just don't anger me.
They just make me uncomfortable. They
if-
don't anger
if-
Gabby. That she just doesn't like hearing it.
If the content is good and enjoyable, I will look past. I will look beyond like someone's uncontrollable quality. I mean, yeah, you could control an accent. You could talk. I could make a very racist remark as a Japanese person and sound awful, and like hide my American accent. But, you know, if someone has like a bad accent in a movie or TV show, I'm still going to watch it, you know?
I mean, I like British Well, I don't like them, but they're okay. I like Australian accents.
Oh, yeah. That's
They're
like
so cool.
That's the funnest one.
There was a dude who lived in our dorm hall, Sean and I's dorm hall, and he was Australian. And I swear there was just like a large amount of respect that was irradiated from me. I think it was just solely based on the fact that he just like sounded so suave.
He said like "good day" to you once.
He would just talk. He would just say like "hey" and stuff.
I can.
But
Trust
I thought he was
him.
awesome. I thought he was the coolest dude ever, and I think it was really just because of his accent. Australian accents fucking rule.
I mean, yeah, you didn't like hang out with him or anything, right? You just kind of heard him say hello every once in a while.
He would say hi to me, and he would like talk to me like we were friends, but we never hung out.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
I know I miss him. I wish I never fucking Corona, dude. I never got his name.
Well, I mean, you're gonna go back next year, though. You can see him again.
Maybe I don't know where he I didn't know much about him. I don't even remember his name.
I mean, you'll see him on campus every once.
Really?
In a while,
There's
maybe.
There's 22,000 people on my campus.
Dude, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're never gonna meet your best Australian friend ever. Your
Maybe you
greatest
stay in
friend the world.
Australia. You think people are really going to come back in the
gonna
fall?
stay.
I would probably bet that he would not come back from Australia by September.
Is he an exchange student? Do
Yeah,
you
he's
know
an
this?
exchange student. I'm sure he is. Because he never went home for the holidays either, other than like the
that's fair.
Christmas
That's
one.
a good point. Maybe he just really enjoyed campus a lot. You know, maybe he just like
And also had an Australian accent.
yeah, maybe he just like mess hall a lot,
And, like,
you know.
Yeah, I doubt it.
And his parent, he grew up in Australia and then moved to America right before he started college.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are actually about to bring on our next guest, everybody. But before we do, we're going to get a quick break and you're going to hear a word from our sponsors. So that's happening. We'll see you in a second. Hey, everybody. This is the middle of the podcast. Thank you for listening. This episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show was actually brought to you by Cucks. That's right. You ever wanted to nail somebody's wife? Call 1-800-CUCKS. You can cuck a motherfucker. Tyler?
Another sponsor of ours is strobe lights. That's right. Back in 8th grade, they ruined my... Fuck. I want to redo that. That sucked.
And this episode of This episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show was brought to you by Time Travel. That's right. You ever need to ever go back in time and redo something? Then use Time Travel.
That's right. This episode is indeed sponsored by strobe lights. Ruined my 8th grade dance because I had a seizure in the cafeteria.
This episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show is also brought to you by Seizures. Have them. Anybody? We'll see you in a few seconds with our guest. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Now we are going to have our next guest on, Sean from 1 Minute Talk Show. Hi, Sean. I'm Sean. I'm such a little baby. I wear diapers. Did you know that? I wear diapers.
Glad to have you back on the show, Sean.
Wow, Sean, I didn't know you wore diapers.
Kind of a weird intro to have.
Well, I wear diapers. Wait. I'm Sean. Really interesting. So, Sean, you actually, you couldn't host. Yeah, because I'm sick, so I couldn't host, and I'm here. I showed up after all. Well, I'm Sean. I'm such a little baby. Don't look up what I've done in the state of California. You'll find some incriminating stuff involving me and 13, 12-year-olds.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Sean, really? Yeah, that's true. You could write that down on a quote, put it on a t-shirt. I said it, Sean Kane, 2020. We're gonna do just that, Sean.
Oh my god.
Wow. So, Sean, I mean, what are you sick with? Oh, STDs.
Jesus.
The kind you get from having gay sex. Oh, wow, Sean, you didn't have to share that part of it with us. It's cool, but I'm just saying, I just wanted to let you guys know.
Yeah.
Weird gay sex, not normal gay sex.
Yeah, you don't have to go like.
You want to know about it? Because I'll tell you in detail.
No,
Tyler,
really
I wish you had been there. Oh my god. Why, dude? That's Tyler. That's our friend. Yeah, he's our friend, and he could be a potential lover for me someday.
No, I'm sorry, Sean.
No, Sean. Tyler can't make love. What, Tyler? Why are you laughing, dude? I'm just stating facts.
No, dude.
I forgot about that fact.
No, dude, I'm crying right now. I didn't.
He can't make love.
That. I don't want to remember that fact. That cold hard fact that I'm incapable of making love.
I'm Sean, and I can't have kids anymore. What? I punched my balls so hard. Now I can't. Now I can't have kids anymore. Did you know that?
Jesus. Sean.
Jeez, Sean. No,
How hard did you have to punch your balls?
So hard.
That's disgusting.
They split open.
Ugh.
And all of the sperm for the next 60 years drained out.
It made some sort of cum baby.
It made some sort of cum baby. How did you know, Tyler? Now I have to raise this stupid motherfucking cum baby, and I also can't get anyone pregnant anymore. Not that I was gonna have sex. Well, straight sex, that is. I'm bisexual, but I can't get a female to love me.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
You're oversharing a lot more than normal. I know I am, because I'm Sean.
Jesus.
Do either of you guys want to make out?
No.
No. Oh, more for me.
You can't even make out
he's making out with
yourself.
himself.
Ew.
Oh my god, how's he doing that?
What the fuck?
Oh, you guys want to join?
No. Not after that display.
Yeah, that was impressive for the wrong reasons. Oh, did you like it?
No. I'm fucking appalled.
Okay. Oh, my balls hurt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you did mention that you punched them like as hard
I just want to be able to have children.
But I thought you said you were having like gay sex and stuff. I figured that.
I have gay sex because I have to.
What do you mean because you have to?
Well, I gotta find a way to get off. And women just find me uncomfortable to be around.
I mean, maybe you could work a little bit on how you act around people and kind of...
Plus, I only fuck girls that are models.
Okay, well, yeah, that's your problem.
My standards are so high.
Yeah, well, you should lower
your standards a little bit because you're pretty... Well, I'm so hot. I think of myself as a 12 out of 10. I'm the sexiest guy ever. Look at my abs. Ugh. You don't have abs, dude.
You just pulled up your shirt and it's just skin. It's just skin flaps all the way down.
Did you guys know I have gills? What? I have gills on my body. I can breathe underwater.
Okay.
Wow. How? My mom was a fish.
I don't have any way of validating this.
You don't have to because it's true.
Okay. Thanks for letting us know. I guess I'll see when that'll come in handy.
How's your guys' weekend going?
I
don't care.
What the fuck?
Why? Why did you ask us? I don't know. Because I'm Sean. I just do that kind of stuff. I just waste time.
Sean, this isn't you.
Sean, what the hell? No, it's me. It's me, Sean.
The real Sean wouldn't do this sort of stuff. Come on. He's our friend.
I am the real Sean.
Even though the real Sean isn't to gay sex.
Even though, you did get that
so much STDs.
Has tons of STDs. We just don't believe that you're the real Sean. All right. Fine. I'll reveal my true identity. Are you going to?
Yeah.
Oh, no?
I thought that was like your
No,
cue.
the second? I guess. I thought you guys meant like tomorrow.
No, like
Why would we mean tomorrow?
we want to know now.
I don't know. I just figured you guys were talking about tomorrow.
No,
Okay.
why would we keep talking to you like a clear imposter for this time period?
I like wasting time. I'm Sean. What can I do?
You just said you're not Sean.
I'm not actually an imposter, but I'm also not Sean. I'm somewhere in the middle.
What does that mean?
I manifested and was born earlier today. I'm all of Sean's negative qualities rolled up into one specimen, one type of human being. Oh? Yeah, I'm NEGA Sean. NEGA. N-E-G-A. I'm Negative Sean is how I'm going to refer to myself from the rest of the podcast.
I was waiting for it.
I'm going to, Negative Sean, N-E-G-A, Sean was what I said earlier, but I retract that version of my nickname verbally.
Okay.
Spelled, it's okay. Verbally, it's the vowels and the...
Yeah, we
Sean,
get it.
we get it. Yeah, you're the all of Sean's negative qualities. Negative Sean. All right.
I mean, that's good to know and all, but like, why are you here in Sean's
Wouldn't be the
place?
first time Sean said the N-word live on television. And it wouldn't be the last. It's going to happen again. So let's just get that out the door right now. What were you
Anyway.
saying, Tyler? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, negative Sean, I guess. Why are you here instead of the real Sean?
Because he's sick.
Okay, but why would you go out of your way to replace him instead of just having Sean be
I'm
sick?
jealous of him. All the gay sex he has. It's insane. He has so much gay sex. Thought if I could fill his role in life, I could have nearly the amount of gay sex he does. I mean, it's 2020. If this is like some gay joke thing, oh, Sean's gay. It's no joke. It's just true. I mean, yeah. I guess so. Well, do you want to give a couple fake sponsors? Okay. I guess. Do you have anything else going on? No, I was born yesterday. Literally. All right.
How were you born?
I'm the cum baby. That story was true. Oh.
So it was from the point of view of real Sean.
Real Sean
entire
did
time.
that. Real Sean did the punt. A lot of the stuff was made up, but the gay sex and the STDs are true, and the cum baby story is true. I'm the cum baby. Real Sean punched his balls so hard he can't have kids anymore. They split in half, and I came out, and I grew full-sized over the course of 23 hours.
Jesus.
This was 23 hours ago.
How did...
Now I'm a full-fledged cum human.
Jesus.
Still made a cum, but I'm also made a human.
That's pretty impressive, honestly. I don't really know why you told the story from the perspective of...
I was trying to
real
pass
Sean.
myself off as Sean. I figured if Sean did that, then you guys would believe that I was Sean. He makes a good point.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Well, I don't really, know what's going on.
I mean, do you have anything else you want to say?
Do you want to,
talk about?
end the podcast like Sean would? All right. I can end it badly. Oh, because Sean always does things poorly. Yeah. I'll end it. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. This has been Podcast Minute Talk Show. I'm Aiden.
And I'm Tyler.
And I'm Sean. And this was Podcast Minute Talk Show. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.